Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to UncutAlly. My name's Allie.
I'm Chris. Welcome back to Uncut Advice.
I'm Chris.
Our cat's jumping.
That's Canyon. Canyon, say hi. Well,
Meow.
he's there.
What are we listening to today?
Is he purr?
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a boy. It's my little lover boy. Hi.
I know no one can see him. He's behind me.
This is his tail. His tail.
See, proof.
Right here.
There's proof. This is the series where we go to
together.
r/relationship advice.
It's called Uncut Advice.
It's called Uncut Advice, and we give advice.
Canyon's on Chris's lap. It looks wrong, but Canyon's here. Yeah, so we're gonna. It's my turn to find a story. Last time Chris found a good one.
Yep.
Don't remember it at all. I have no memory of anything. But a few disclaimers. These are our opinions. We would love to hear agreement, disagreement. Just keep it professional in the comments. Would love to chat about it. Love to hear what everybody else thinks about it. But always, be respectful. Be a good person. We can only go with what information we have. So it tends to be more one-sided because one person wrote it. We can only make inferences and theories, but we try to go off of what's given to us. And, no disrespect to the person unless they fucking deserve it. And there's always one last one. I don't know. There's always the last one that I always forget. There's a fine line between toxic, abusive relationships and a relationship that, had a bad situation. There's a line, know the line, be able to be honest with yourself about that line. This advice is not for people who are in an abusive relationship. Cool?
Cool. I'm ready for it.
Cool. I was stuck between two today. There were two really good ones. One was more like kind of what we usually talk about. So it was like a financial one. And then this one that I decided to go with. Maybe I'll use the other one for my next one.
Yeah.
Is weird. I was reading some of the comments. People were like, "This is 100% fake." I don't care if it's fake. I think it's a fun one that we can do. Also, happy December, everybody.
Yeah, happy December.
It's December 4th. Merry Christmas if you celebrate happy holidays, or happy December. So this is from 19 hours ago.
Okay, pretty fresh.
Throw RA_drunk flash is the account.
Okay.
Last weekend, I, 36 female, drunkenly flashed my husband's 31 male friends, and he still can't let it go. I've apologized and promised not to drink again. What more can I do?
Oh, jeez.
It's nearly 6 a.m. here, and he has yet again woken me up at 2 a.m. to tell me how much he hates me and how disappointed he is in me. Last Saturday, I went out to lunch with friends. I've probably only ever been drunk 10 times in my whole life, and this is one of them. I wasn't terribly drunk, but I was definitely tipsy. It was about 4 p.m. when I got home, and my husband had two friends around watching football with him. My phone was dying, so I went to get the charger, which was plugged in near the TV, and I was blocking it as I struggled to reach the charger. They were playfully telling me to get out of the way and booing me when one of them said, "Move your ass, we're trying to watch the match." And I genuinely don't know what came over me, as I've never done anything like this before, but I turned around and pulled my top and bra down and said, "Watch these instead." I feel so embarrassed just writing that. They all sat there in shock, and there was an awkward couple of seconds of silence, and then I just left the room as quickly as I could without my charger. After they left, my husband came upstairs and was screaming and shouting at me that I embarrassed him, cheated on him, he hates me, he insulted my looks and age a few times, which I won't repeat here.
Oh, great.
I just kept apologizing and said I'd make it up to him. The next day, I again said sorry, and I would leave if that's what he wanted, or I'd do anything to make it up to him.
Yeah.
He ended up writing me a list of things I had to do to make it up to him. The list was, 1, don't drink. I can't handle that as like I said. I can handle that as like I said, I don't drink anyway. 2, delete his 2 friends who were around off social media. I did that. 3, do all the cooking and cleaning for a month. Okay. 4. Message the girlfriends of the friends telling them what I did and apologize. I did that. Neither really cared. 5.
Oh, of course not.
Sleep. 5. Sleep in the spare room until he wants me back in bed with him.
Oh, no.
I've done the things he asked, but every night he's woken me up shouting at me and name-calling me. This morning I told him enough's enough and to either let me sleep and start to move past it, or I'll go live with my mom until he decides whether he wants me or not. I knew you were going to do that. I know it's only been a week and it's my fault, but I don't know how much more I can take. Was I harsh to say I'd leave and can I do more to make him feel better? Too long didn't read. I drunkenly flashed my husband and his friends. I've tried to make it up to him, but it's not enough.
Girl, that's funny, though. I think that's hilarious. Who gives a fuck?
Some people give a fuck.
I don't get it. I
I
think when you get drunk, shit can happen, and you're just like, it's like, obviously she's not trying to hook up with his friends. It's not like she, like, slept with them.
I want to hear your thoughts on everything. What advice do you have? Like, what are you thinking?
I think he's very overreacting, and I think the list is very controlling in the way he is trying to make her, like, pay him back and all this weird stuff. Like, I don't think it's anything she can really do other than say sorry if it genuinely upset him. But, like, she can't just, like, oh, yeah, you gotta cook and clean for a month. It's, like, super, super strange. I mean, very clearly very, like, traditional views, like, no one can see my wife kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that she did that when she was drunk. I mean, whatever, who cares? I feel like everyone does some shit like that at some point in their life, you know? Especially when they're drunk or whatever.
Maybe we're just weird.
I don't think so. I think that's, I mean, if you do that though, like who should, you know, like she can apologize, right? Okay, I'm sorry, husband. I even like, all right, sorry, girlfriends. Obviously, I wasn't trying to hook up with them.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems totally fair. Like, I would get that part of it, but then
100%.
anything else, I'm like, whoa, you're a little bit controlling and trying to make the most of the situation and abuse it a little bit.
Yeah.
Abuse your power and, like, you can come back in bed when, like, I'm ready kind of thing is, like, kind of crazy, dude. I mean,
I agree.
I can see how people can have different views. He might just be extremely, I don't know what you'd call conservative and have a very, you know, very old school way to think about things and be like, she cheated. Like, the fact that he's like, you cheated on me. Like, that's not even close to cheating at all.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know? I mean, that's crazy.
I think we're very open people and, like, not very jealous people. Like, that shit wouldn't bother us.
That'd be funny.
You would laugh.
That'd be so
You'd be like, the fuck out. But, like, I also know our friends.
Yeah.
And I think they would laugh. But I also know some of our friends' girlfriends would be mad about that. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different people. I'm just saying, like, his friends probably didn't care too much. It was weird. But the girlfriends didn't care. And, like, they could care. I think she's wrong for having done it.
I think so.
Especially, like,
out of the blue.
Very out of like, I don't know the dynamics of this relationship at all to know if this is something, like, that's playful between them. Like, maybe they make sex jokes or things like that. You know, like, it's very different. But, like, I think you need to know your friends / your partner's friends and know if that shit's cool. Like, maybe she knew the girlfriends would not have an issue with it. She was like, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, she's drunk, too, so...
See, that's what gets me. She's like, I wasn't drunk, I was tipsy.
Girl. I think she was drunk.
I've had to be very drunk to do, like, something like that, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a certain threshold.
Either this is something that, like, you've wanted to do or, like, you've done similar shit to.
Yeah.
Or you were drunk, you know? Like, I just feel like there's no really, like, middle of, like, I never do this and I was a little tipsy, you know? It's like,
Right. I mean, you can own up to being drunk.
Or if you're like, this is my sense of humor and I think shit like that's funny. But I just feel like I think shit like that's funny and I know you think shit like that's funny. And that's why we're married.
Yeah, that's right.
like, that, this is what's striking me, not even getting to his part yet, but, like,
Yeah.
she was wrong for having done it if she knows that her partner wouldn't be comfortable with that. If she doesn't know, should you have married them? You know, like, Chris and I are very clear on boundaries and
Yeah.
have very similar senses of humor. But I also know, like, if I fuck up or he fucks up, like, we can talk it through and we can figure out, like, okay, was there a lapse in communication? Did you break a boundary? What's going on, you know? And it feels like he's just resorted to... Sorry, I hear the cats playing with things. He's just resorted to, like, you are a liar and a cheater and an ugly old hag.
It's very immature, especially, like, if he's, like, say, calling her out on her looks and stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm sure he made, like, a saggy tit joke or something.
God. Yeah.
You know? But I'm not even getting to his insanity yet.
Okay.
I think she's in the wrong for having done that. Especially the guys are in relationships. That's, like, a line you don't really want to cross.
Right.
And, like, I've made sex jokes with my guy friends and my girlfriends, and, like, it's funny, but it's never, like, geared towards them, you know? It's, like, it's like an innuendo or, like a butt sex joke. You know, like, shit like that. Yeah. But I have not, without consent, just flashed someone.
That's true.
In like, that sort of setting, you know, like, they are clearly watching a game. They're probably not drunk, you know? Like, it's different if... I feel like this would be more acceptable in, like, a group, like, everybody's getting drunk. Woo! It's like, ha, ha, ha. But, like, they're just watching a football game at home. Like, it's just the context of it. The action is not the worst thing, and I wouldn't classify it as cheating. Classify. What did I say? Classify.
Yeah, definitely not cheating.
But I think the context of it, like, she's the odd man out sort of thing, and then does that, it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, the context of the situation, it's not like everyone's clubbing, like...
Yeah, it's not like they're all drinking, and then, like...
They're dancing.
They're, like, daring each other. Or, like, even if the guy's girlfriends were there, like, that would even be a better situation to me.
Yeah.
But it felt very, like, attention-seeky and crossing the line of, like, playful.
Yeah. That probably made the whole night fucked up a little bit.
I mean, it's a weird situation.
Yeah, for everybody involved.
You know, like, I think she's in the wrong, and she admits it. She's like, I don't know why the fuck I did that. We all do stupid things.
Yeah.
That's wild. It also would have been different if she just pulled her shirt up. She took her shirt and bra off. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
Like, even that is a little bit more like, oh, haha, you're dumb. Because, like, that's the same as you wearing a bikini. It's nothing they haven't seen. But they saw, like, full nip. And I'm not slut-shaming or body-shaming or girl-shaming at all. Like, you do what you want. Flash whoever you want. But, like, there are also consequences to that. And that being, you are flashing your husband's friends in front of your husband. They also have girlfriends. Like, the girlfriends would have been in their rights to be mad about it.
Right.
It's great that they wouldn't have cared. Like, I wouldn't have cared if you were like, babe... ex-friend name just flashed us. I'd be like, that's insane. I feel like that's fucking wild. Hilarious.
I
know. But like, I think the context is just weird. Like,
that is weird context.
You're walking into a situation and then flashing and kind of like making you the center of attention, which isn't an issue, but like, they're on different levels right now.
Yeah, they're trying to watch the game, man.
You know?
That is different.
Like, they were playfully being like, get your ass out of here, you know? And it's like, maybe if she made like an ass joke, that would have made sense, you know? But like that, I just think that's a lot. I think that's a lot to do playfully with how many things could have gone wrong. I think your husband is within his rights to be pissed off and be like, hey, why the fuck did you do that? That was weird. Like, I don't want you to flash people. And then it's a conversation of like, what are our boundaries? I need you to have this boundary. I'm not comfortable with it. We get over it in a day or two.
Maybe I'm too...
No, I'm saying I see it. I would have reacted the same way. I've been like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, Kanan's back. If you can't tell. Oh, he's sniffing the mic. Can you say hi? Kanan, what do you think about this? The mic's down there. Good boy.
I guess he doesn't think anything.
He has no thoughts. He never has had a thought. So I'm just saying, like, I understand some people are not as open as us. So I'm trying to, like, be on that level of, like, having some sort of jealousy or, like, being very reserved and protective of, like, intimate parts of the body.
No, I get it. I get it more now that you mention it in the context of where
I'm not saying that's how I would react. Like, for off the bat, Chris and I would not give a fuck. However, I'm trying to, like, see it from other people's perspective. Like, some people are very closed and very monogamous and very, like, but, like, that shit is closed off, you know?
Right.
That being said, she shouldn't have done it. Especially if she knows her husband's boundaries. If she doesn't, they really need to have a conversation about what their boundaries are.
Yeah.
I appreciate her going to the girlfriends. I think that's important.
I think that's, really smart.
I also think deleting them off of social media does not make sense, though.
No, that's a little...
Because are they still not your friends? Are they not going to be around?
That doesn't make any sense.
But anyway, I digress.
It gets progressively worse, I'd say. Like the punishments...
If you did, like, let's say you just pulled your dick out in front of your friends, and it was just me and the gals, I'd be like, Chris, what the fuck? You know?
I get you. Yeah, you'd be a little.
I'd be confused.
Yeah.
Like,
where did this come from?
Actually, the more I think about it, the more mad I am that she did this. Because at first I was like, oh, it's just playful. But if you inverse that, pulling a dick out is like sending a dick pic, and unsolicited dick pics are not cool.
True. It was unsolicited.
And, like, yes, everyone loves boobs. Boobs are universally loved. However, like, that's a weird situation, you know?
Yeah.
No, she's fully in the wrong, actually.
Okay.
I would be mad about it now that I think about
it.
Because not from, like, the way he's mad about it is not how I would have been mad about it. I would have been mad about it, like, our friends don't fucking want to see your dick, you know?
Yeah, like out of nowhere, like that.
Like, if it's a group setting and you're all talking about dicks and then have a dick measuring contest, like, that's between y'all.
Yes.
But, like, I'm just imagining, like, me and, like, my two closest friends, because we had them over for dinner the other day.
Yeah.
And it was the three of us, and then Chris was there. And then I'm just thinking, like, if the three of us were watching a movie, and then you were, like, in front, and we're like, move, get your big butt out of here, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're like, pay attention to this, and then pull your dick out? That'd be insane. The more I think about it, the more this is actually fucking insane. I'm getting mad about it now.
You're right. I was too nonchalant about it.
I think because flashing people is just such, like, a playful thing when it's boobs.
Yeah,
but then a man or any person pulling their dick out feels wrong. That I feel like
it's just as wrong. It really is.
But I mean, it's not though. So, okay, we're not even talking about this issue now. Now I'm talking about boobs versus dicks. That's like that's your sexual device.
Yeah.
Boobs have become sexual, but they're not sexual devices.
Right. I could show you my boobs and no one would bat an eye.
Yeah. Like mothers breastfeeding, is that wrong? I don't think so. I think mothers should be able to pull a tit out wherever they want, you know?
Right.
But
it was implied being a sexual device though in the story.
Yes. It was not like feeding baby.
Surprise feeding baby.
You know, like
she's like check out these kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's a little bit.
Yeah. And even like if she'd like done like that and showed cleavage, like then I'd be like, no, full shirt and bra down. She said, which I don't like, full tit out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put an 18+ warning on this.
Full tit out. I want that to be the title.
Full tit out. What was I saying? So I'm going in a circle now here, and not in my usual way of saying the same thing. I went from being like, it's not a big deal to it being a big deal, but it's not the same as pulling a dick out. But in the context, I think it's the same as pulling a dick out, if that makes sense. Like, boobs and dicks are not equal, but I think...
One's a boob, one's a dick.
Like if a friend is topless in, like, a pool or something, like, whatever.
Right.
If a guy is bottomless in a pool, and, like, everyone else isn't, I'd be like... But, like, also, like, did you get consent? Like, they just didn't consent to seeing your boobs in that way. Whereas, like, I feel like when people are breastfeeding, it's not for you.
Right.
Like, it's just between me and my child. If I'm off on a park bench breastfeeding my child, and you're staring at my tits, like, that's, you're in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
However, if I am actively shirtless, but men are shirtless all the time. See, I'm going through dilemmas right now.
I get what you're saying. I think just it's all about how she implied it in the context.
I think the context of it matters so much.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having your tits out. Like, I love the free the boob movement because why do men get to be shirtless?
Yeah, we have boobs too.
Exactly. You got nipples, you know? Like, if it's really...
They just don't do anything.
If nipples are the problem, like, why are women's nipples or...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but the guy is... The way he handled it,
No, we're not even there yet. I'm still on the
my gosh.
Say your thought. Cook. Go.
I was just going to say the way the guy handled it, like Uno reverses it to be a problem with how he handled it, I feel like, because he still handled it in ways that aren't very constructive for a relationship, to be like, you have to clean for a month and you can't sleep in my bed and stuff like that. Like, it's not, hey, let's talk about this together and come to a conclusion, or let's get on the same page with this. Why did it happen? It's just like, you're terrible and and you're ugly, and like it's very like demeaning.
And here's where it gets like ridiculous to me, that I'm like, this can't be real. He wakes you up every night just to
what the fuck is wrong with you? I hate you. Imagine that.
Imagine I'm sleeping, because like we don't have two rooms, we have a couch.
Yeah.
Imagine I'm sleeping on the couch. No, you're sleeping on the couch, and I just come in and I'm like, I fucking hate you. Like, imagine.
It sounds funny, but that'd be fucking crazy.
But imagine waking up and thinking, she needs to know I hate her right now.
Oh God.
Like, does he have an alarm? Is it the same time? Who does that? Who would do that?
I know, that's crazy. I mean, it just gets worse. Like, I feel like the wrong meter was like fully her in the wrong. And it swung to him being more in the wrong by the end of the story because of how he's reacting to it, in my opinion. I feel like, because she did the things that you should do, apologize and text all the girlfriends, great. She's kind of back to neutral, very sorry about it. Yeah. Then he's like, can't sleep with me in the bed, all this other shit. And now he's a little bit more of an asshole than she was, even though she did fuck up.
A little bit?
A lot of it. So that's how it started, like, definitely wrong.
Yeah.
She's neutral.
Can I go back to...
What's up with the boobs?
I'm still caught, but I think I found my scenario.
What's
but
the
you
scenario?
finish your scale.
No, and then now he's
there. Yeah. Yeah.
What's up with the boobs?
I've been thinking about it. It's all
now?
Context. No.
Okay. It is all context.
Boobs out, totally fine. Boobs out in a way that, like... How do I say this? Someone just running, boobs out, hell yeah, do it. Go for it, girl. Someone running towards you, eye contact, jiggling boobs. Weird. I wouldn't say that it's wrong, but it's more weird than it is wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with having your boobs out. There's nothing wrong. But, like, you clearly did it for the attention. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did it for a bit. But, like it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
But it's just an odd scenario where I think the joke just didn't land, And it made it weird. I think I like weird more than wrong.
Weird. Because
I don't like comparing it to dicks, because that is like... Now, if she showed her vagina, then it's like showing a dick. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Please don't show me that. Like, full body autonomy, you do what you want. But clearly you've never done this before, according to what you're saying. So, like, they wouldn't expect that from you. It's not their humor. And, like, it wasn't like a what's wrong with me being shirtless? It's my house. I can be shirtless if I want. Like, then fine, whatever. But it was more like this is going to be a funny, shocking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it backfired. And, like, I think that's part of the thing you just have to expect when you try to do something edgy and funny.
Yeah.
Like, some shit backfires. I don't think it's a big deal. I think you did the right things of, like, checking in with the girlfriends after. I would also check in with them and be like, hey, did I make you uncomfortable? Like, I was just trying to make a joke. I'm so sorry. Like, I think anything body-wise should have consent tied to it, but I also get being joking and edging. Ooh, not edging. being joking and edgy for a bit.
Yeah.
But you have to accept that the bit might go wrong. So I think the context is important in that it makes it weirder and it makes it uncomfortable and maybe, like, leaning in the side of, like, hey, I don't want to see that. Like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just think about it, like, in the context of, like, women should be able to be shirtless if they want to, and I fully agree. You know? Like,
yeah,
boobs are just fat sacks on a chest, you know? So, at the end of the day, you do whatever the fuck you want with them. But you also have to accept that, like, one, society is not ready for that.
You're married with your 100%. Husband's friend.
And two, like, yeah, the context it's in is not in a, like, free the nipple, I'm taking over my body autonomy thing. It was very much in trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
Out of showing your entire tits to not your brother, your husband and his friends just trying to watch a game. And in that context, it's uncomfortable and could backfire. It also could have landed. Like, I think if I did that to you and, like, our best friend Shane, I think it could be funny, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, Shane's also single. Shane is somebody who I've known for many years and, like, mutually our friend. And, like, we've made dick jokes and shit like that, you know? Like, right. I know his humor. But I also don't think I would do that ever, you know?
I can't imagine it.
I can't imagine myself doing it. I'm just saying, like, I know my audience for it. And I don't think she knew her audience for it.
Yeah.
And she let the alcohol let her not know her audience.
Mm-hmm.
And it had consequences, which is to be expected. Okay, I'm solid on that definition.
Okay, good. I feel like I got the guy pretty locked down.
Do you?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I feel like the guy's pretty easy.
I feel like you don't agree with me.
I completely agree with you.
You sure?
Yeah.
I think that's like the line.
That's the line, yeah,
It's the context plus the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better.
I like that.
Because I was like, God, I'm being anti-feminist now. Women can have their tits out. It's fine. But I'm like, but I also respect these guys not wanting to see her, you know?
It's just, it's context.
In that context.
Yeah.
Because in any other context, you don't have to look. They forcibly had to look.
They were watching the game.
You know? Like, she was in front of them. Yeah. It'd be different if somebody just jogging past you. If you look, that's on you. However.
That's on you.
If you look, that's on you. So, you got the guy down? I feel good.
I feel good.
Sorry I derailed that. I couldn't be anti-feminist in this house.
No, I get it. I think that's the right way to look at it, what you said.
Thank you.
I feel like the guy is very cut and dry compared to that situation. Yep. It's just like ass.
We were on tits, now we're on ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tits to ass.
I hope you could not see that.
What happened?
When I laughed, a little bit of mucus came out of my nose. Continue on. Don't look at me.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I said everything I wanted to say about the guy. It's just like he was in the right for being upset in the context
and asking for like
reply to the girlfriends and stuff. But like you can't be like block my friends and all this stuff. Then it just gets a little controlling. And I think it's just a conversation that needs to happen with both of them to be like, hey, what actually upset you about it? And I can't just repay you by like doing chores and shit. That doesn't make any sense. It's not a tit for tat like that. That doesn't make any sense.
That's also not a tit for tat. That's also not the same thing. Like,
it's not related.
What does that have to do with the other?
It's just he just wants her to do shit because she fucked up. He's like, I don't want to do the laundry or whatever. You know what I mean?
I have so many questions. Of like, does he do this anytime you're wrong in an argument or a situation? Like, do you have to make things up to him?
It's just a bad way to think about it. It really is.
Yeah, like, making things up to your partner is a very slippery slope. I think if you're like, hey... Like, I think making up to things is, like, for events.
Yeah, it can be direct. Like, if it's, like, Valentine's Day and I fucked it up big time...
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I can remake it.
Yeah, like, hey, I have dinner. I have a dinner with business people. I know we had our anniversary dinner tonight. I'm going to make it up to you. I think you can't make up arguments or like wrongdoings. I think you can just make up like events or gifts, you know? Like if, I don't know, you got somebody a set of toothbrushes for your first Valentine's Day.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's really cute.
You get them something better moving forward.
Right.
And you tell them that.
Yeah.
Chris got me a set of toothbrushes for our first Valentine's.
It was really cute. I wanted a toothbrush at my place. That's so cute. Chris. No, I know. It wasn't.
Did not just
I didn't say it that way. I was like, you need to use some toothbrushes.
Okay, so I used to get very nauseous when I would brush my teeth. So he got me this very soft, like they were meant for charcoal toothpaste, but they were very soft black toothbrushes.
Yeah.
And he got me a set of them to like hopefully help with my nausea thing. It doesn't really have to do with the brush. I don't like the taste of toothpaste. But I found brushing at night helps me. Like morning plus brushing, bad time. Mm. So I brush at night. You can call me gross. I don't care. I still do it every day. Don't judge me. I do it the same amount as you. I just do it at night. Fuck you. Anyway. I got mad already. But he gave them to me. And I think that was it.
That was it. I didn't buy anything else. That was it.
I was like, even if you had gotten like chocolate too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a beautiful gesture.
Well, the gesture was overshadowed by that being the only thing I bought, for sure.
Yeah.
So, no, in that example, I'd make it up to you.
I think you got me chocolate.
I think I did.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right.
And now it's a very funny joke in our relationship. Really, but, like, you didn't make it up to me for breaking up with me. Now that we're bringing this back.
Yeah. Watch the other episodes.
If you watch the last episode, you'll hear all about our breakup. But, like, we fixed it. Mm-hmm. We didn't make it up to each other.
Yeah.
You don't make up to each other when you do something wrong like that. You fix it, you learn, and you move forward together.
Yeah, you have to. It's the only way to do it.
But, like, imagine if I was like, guess you're cooking for the rest of our lives, you know?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I did pull one once. Chris was sick, and in the 7 years we've been together, I've seen him throw up twice, and these were back-to-back instances. The second time, here's the problem. Chris doesn't know how to throw up, so he threw up all over our bathroom.
Yeah.
Everywhere, because he was holding it, and then it erupted. And we like just moved into this place too.
That was great.
It was on the walls. It was anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's violently ill, so I stayed up for 3 hours and I cleaned the bathroom. And I was like, "You're cooking for the rest of the year." But like, obviously, I meant it as a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He didn't have to do anything to make up
for the rest of the year.
No, like he didn't have to do anything to make up for it because like I trust that if I'm that sick, he's gonna do that. You know?
Yeah.
It's about trusting your partner and knowing like that you can work through it. They are not. This is just Uncut Advice has just become a vessel for me to tell our relationship stories, and I love it. I love talking about our relationship.
It's fun.
But like he is asking for things. Getting back to the story, sorry. He is asking for things that are unrelated
and abusive.
I wouldn't say abusive.
Okay.
But I'd say controlling. You know,
yeah, controlling.
Like it can be abusive. If he continues doing it. I think the waking up is, like, insane.
That's insane.
Don't mess with someone's sleep, first of all.
No way.
But second of all, like, leave. Leave them. Let her leave. If you're just screaming at somebody that you hate them, that you think they're ugly and stupid and fat and, like, it'd be one thing if, like, I get needing space. If the night after he was just like, would really appreciate if you slept in the spare bedroom. Like, I just need some space. I'd be like, I get it. no problem. But it's been a week and she's still sleeping in the spare bedroom. And you're waking her up at 2 a.m. to tell her how much you hate her. You know what I'm going to do tonight? Tonight I'm going to wake you up.
No, you're not.
Scream.
No, you're not. Oh, God.
Like, it's very much crossed the line of, I'm upset with you. This is not something I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I really need some time to process this. Like, that's a healthy way to go about it. Screaming at your partner, first of all, is not cool, especially if you're saying very hurtful things. We've all done shit. We've all gotten tempers rise, but, like, I can't imagine screaming at you for a week straight.
I would want to leave at that point.
Like,
anyone would.
That's insane.
Just, that takes a toll.
I think she did everything she could and is even, like, following his weird rules that he's asking for.
Yeah.
But I think she's fully within her rights to be like, I'm sick of this. Either I move back into my bedroom and we let this go and we start working on it, or I'm leaving.
Yeah, she's completely in her
She didn't say he answered either. I feel like you guys need therapy. Oh, I have questions. Has he done this before? Mm-hmm. Does he do this when there's an issue or something larger that happens that he's not okay with? Like, has he shown other signs of trying to control your life? And if not, it would just be weird for this to be the one incident. Like, people with behavior like this usually don't snap.
Yeah.
You know, like, or have you, not that I'm victim blaming, but, like, the only thing I could see of him not being in the wrong is, like, if she's done shit like this over and over and over again, and he just fucking snapped.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, that's still on him for, like, letting it continue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have done shit like this and he's expressed to you that he's not okay with it, have you talked about it? Have you worked through it? Why are you still doing this? Why is this his reaction? But that seems so unlikely to me.
It does seem unlikely.
Like,
at least from her version of the story.
And that's just instigating a lot of facts. I really am leaning towards, like, he's shown controlling, overreacting behavior before. Hi, Canyon. You just really want to be in this episode. He's shown this behavior before, and this is just, like, all of it concentrated, and her finally, like, seeing, like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. So hopefully it's a good learning moment for her about who he is and how he handles situations, because it just means, like, if you screw up in some other way or there's some other thing, I feel like the punishments are not valid.
I agree. I think, well, that's the thing. There shouldn't be punishment when you do something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a difference between consequences and punishment. Consequence is, I hurt my partner's disappointed in me, our relationship has suffered a bit, he needs some space.
Yeah.
Punishment is, you're doing something malicious to me to make up for it. Yeah. And that's not fucking cool. Like, there are ways to just talk it out, work it out together, without the other person needing to be punished. Mm-hmm. I think she needs to, like, definitely take accountability, and it seems like she has. Like, why is he so hung up on it? And, like, no one else cares either. Not that I'm saying, like, you need to match how everybody else cares, but, like, the girlfriends were like, okay, you know?
Right, yeah, everyone kind of is willing to let it go, so.
And, like, he's just... It's teetering on the line of abusive because of the longevity of the reaction and the severity of the action. Like, I can't even imagine somebody doing that if she fucking slept with them, you know? Yeah. Like, that's just insane to me.
It's crazy. It's him, ass. Tit to ass.
She fucked up.
He fucked up.
And then he blew it out of proportion. So I think either you need to go to therapy and figure out what the fuck's really going on, you know, get a third party to, like, kind of mediate between the two of you. Yeah. Or just go. I think...
Yeah, if I were her, I'd leave, dude. That's pretty bad.
And he could just be using this as a way to get her to leave. Like, maybe he's wanted to be without you for a while and is, like, milking this opportunity, blowing it up. So then, if you leave, he's like, of course she left. She couldn't handle... that, like, I had a problem. Like,
that's a good point.
It allows him to play the victim if they do break up.
It's a good point.
You know? That's the only thing I can think of like, if he has not acted this way before, maybe he does not want to be with you anymore, but doesn't want to seem like the bad guy.
Yeah.
So is blowing this up in a way that if you were to leave, he could be like, she left me because I was hurt by what she did wrong. So I'd say try talking it out. You've tried. He seems unresponsive to trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
So trying to get a third party is the next step, or just go.
Yeah, that's crazy that like this would bring to light something like that.
I know.
So that's pretty cool. Like, even though you fucked up, it might have led to something better for you. So,
like, just I hope you don't have kids.
that seems. I thought they'd mention that.
Because they're in their mid-30s, so they could have. I mean, anybody can have kids. But I would say I would start with, like, I think we need a separation. I think we need space from each other because this is not working. I'm going to go be with my mom. You can have the house. In X amount of weeks or months, we'll talk and see if we want to reconcile it or if we want to be separated or fully divorced. But I think some change needs to happen. Either therapy or just separating or just, I mean, something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go on like this. His reaction is uncalled for, I would say.
Yeah. I agree.
I like how 20 minutes of this was boobs and then 15 minutes of it was actually
Well, I think we've really
the
figured
issue.
out the boobs thing.
I think
you
I've
figured
cracked
it
the
out.
code on boobs.
I mean, I think that's worth something.
Body autonomy, but also respect people's...
Situation.
Just respect the context, respect people's boundaries,
Yeah.
and, like... Come on. Canyon fell asleep on my leg.
He's so cute.
We have our little laundry, right? So if I'm here, laundry's there. There. I'm here, laundry's here. So I put my leg here when I'm sitting here. Hope that made sense. And there's enough laundry that it's like a block of clothes underneath my leg.
He's a
And it's
sleeping
on
man.
the clothes, but over my leg. So my leg, clothes. Okay.
Man.
No, I was the man.
Oh,
Okay,
close.
I'll be the clothes.
What?
I'm the clothes. But that's his butt.
What's his butt? This?
Yes. That's why I was going to be him, because his head is here. My leg, canyon head. Close.
There it is.
None of that makes sense.
He's a
He's
good
a bud.
boy.
I fucking hate we say the same things all the time. Literally in the middle of saying he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I pet him in
I don't know
now.
how you keep going more and more off camera. You're like...
Boy. I pet him and he started licking himself where I pet him. He said, "You smell bad."
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he's hot. Not Canyon. No. That's a SpongeBob meme.
Yeah.
Any other
That was
closing
a good
remarks?
one. I liked it.
I thought it would just be dumb and fast, but it turned into a whole feminist arc and body autonomy arc and
Yeah, I feel like that was a wild one. It really was wild.
He's bathing. Don't interrupt him.
Okay. Want to say the outro?
No. Can you boo? I'm sorry, I'm so obsessed with him.
He's the best.
Can you want to do the outro with me? I know you're bathing. Sorry to interrupt you. Oh, that's my big boy. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day and a happy birthday. Love you all. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you later.